Grana Weep Nitty Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to take a look at the new class, the newest class that Hasbro has released, and that is the Core Class. As we always do, let's start off by taking a look at the packaging. And the packaging for this, unfortunately, is on the blister card packaging, which is not my favourite style of packaging whatsoever, because you need to permanently scar it just to be able to get your grubby little mitts on the figure. So we'll have a look. It has the Kingdom logo, War for Cybertron on the front, plus 8 Hasbro, lots of like plastic, transparent plastic, really nice Megatron artwork. Not actually artwork of the figure. We'll look at that when we get the figure into bot mode, but that's definitely not the figure itself. We then have Transformers, authentic Transformers. We have Megatron in the bot, Megatron in the alt, 12 steps, don't eat your children because they have small parts, little line symbol, and then Transformers, more than meets the eye. That's it really for the packaging. The artwork is very, very nice. We do have some very, very simple but still rather nice destructions. And here. So now let's take a look at the main event himself. And this is the teeny tiny little alt mode. And you know what? I like it. I've said in my news articles that I do every single Tuesday and Saturday on this channel. I've been saying all along that the only one that interests me out of the core class is this. And yeah, I'm happy. It is everything I thought it would be. It's a nice little, what used to be legend size, but they're now calling core class. It's a new core class tank. No wheels, unfortunately. We see Megatron is kind of smushed down the bottom there. The back looks like the normal Megatron. At the back, we have some really nice silver painted on the wheels. The turret looks good. It looks kind of oldie worldy, almost like World War... I'm going to say World War II era. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. But it's a different looking turret tank. And you know what? This is what I like. Articulation-wise, we get a full 360 here. But also we get some up. And we get some down. This has been missing on so many of the Megatrons that we've got in the Siege line so far. You know what? It ain't bad. It needs wheels, but it's black, it's silver, it's gunmetal grey. It's highly detailed. I have to say, I'm very impressed with how much molded detail is in here. I like it. You know what? It's good. Time for the comparison, and first of all we'll bring out the Mech Fans Toys Galvatron. He's a similar size to that. Obviously this big old shooter here puts him a lot longer, but body wise he's about the same. Next up is the Iron Factory Megatron, one of my favourite Megatrons in my entire collection, and we can see that he is smaller than that, so it'll be interesting to see how they compare up in bot mode. This is a fantastic figure. If you haven't got the Iron Factory Tyrant, this is well worth picking up. And then last of all, comparing him to his Earthrise, definitely bigger brother here, we can see there is a true size difference here. Transformation time, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with the engineering on this. Some parts of it are very similar to the Earthrise version. First of all, pop out the little gun, yeah, so he does get an extra little gun. And then we will just undo the legs here, and then they come round there, like so. And then this folds back in on itself, so it's fold it round and then fold it back in. Nice little kind of concertina ring effect there on the legs. Then these just pop apart because obviously this is the way that nearly every Megatron transforms these days. The arms come out and the arms come out, and then this kind of comes around the top basically, so we can fold this through. Yep, like that, and there we go. So that then sits down the back. And then we have most of Megatron transformed, and then we have these hand bits here that'll just go round. Now this piece here, hold on to the rest of the arm and just rotate this around like that, so the whole arm piece comes across. And there you have his arm, and you can put his hand then back into position. So just the hand rotates on this side, and there we have our fully spin him around like that, and then we have our fully transformed little tiny Megatron. So now let's have a look at this little dude, and you know what, he's pretty impressive. From the front, he's a very nice looking Megatron. Let's bring him in for a closer look. The head sculpt is really nice. The eyes, maybe on mine, have got a little bit too painted. I'm not sure, but they do look great. Definitely something I love on my bots when the eyes do stick out a lot, and these eyes super red. He's got that nice little grin and a very, very silver face. Very G1-esque body here as well, with the blue and red almost button type effects. And chiseled abs on this Megatron as well. Little less detail in here on the thighs, but still highly detailed on the legs. Backpack on this dude is huge, it has to be said. It's a shame there isn't a collapsible feature here just to make those go in, which is a bit of a shame. The arms do have really nice looking molded detailing on them as well, and as does the cannon as well. The arm cannon I don't think comes off on this figure, no, it just spins around. It is on a little peg, so you probably could take it off, but it's got quite a nice amount of molded detailing on it as well. So all in all, not a bad figure. If we look at the articulation, you're going to get a full 360 on his head. It doesn't go up and down, but it does get a full 360. On the arms out, you'll get an up, and you'll get an almost back, but the backpack gets in the way. The arms will come up and it will rotate all the way round as well. You will get some hand articulation just on this one, just because of the way that it moves, but then you have to move all of this section here as well. Full 360 due to the transformation here, and then you'll get a all the way forward and all the way back, and a nice knee bend. No toe articulation, unfortunately, but there's not many gaps here. There's a bit of a gap on the foot. He's not as hollow as I thought he would be. He's got a bit of hollow legs going on, but he's not as hollow, and the plastic actually feels pretty good on this figure. He feels quite firm as well, so you can get some pretty good poses out of him. Action ready without the toes articulating, it is a little bit of a challenge, but overall on a figure this size, yeah, he's not too bad. Accessories, of course, he does come with this little gun, which is a molded silver gun in kind of gunmetal grey, which will go into his hand just like that. Very, very cool. What is also good on these figures is they've kept the ports, so we can add in the blast effects where needed. And yeah, that looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty damn epic in this mode. So time for the comparison then, and let's start with the comparison of the box. And this is where I was saying that you can see it's very different to the box. You can see here that the tracks fold in, and here the tracks don't fold in, so it's very, very different to the box, but obviously true to the figure that we were promised on the back. Galvatron up first. This is MechFans Toys Galvatron, and he is smaller than MechFans Toys Galvatron, who is also Legends class, so these seem to be a bit smaller than your Legends class figures, bringing out the Iron Factory, who do fantastic Legends size figures, and we can see that again he is smaller here than Megatron, so these aren't exactly the replacement for Legends class, I wouldn't say, as my Legends class figures seem to be taller than these figures. And then finally bringing in the Earthrise Megatron, so you can see the actual difference between them in size, and you can see that, yeah, he's massive compared to this one. So final thoughts on this dude, and would I recommend him? Yeah, you know what? I would. If you want a little Megatron that's this size, and core class does seem to be a little bit different to me from Legends class, I think he's a passable Megatron. And personally, I don't like the look of the Starscream, and I don't like the look of the Prime, so you won't see me reviewing any more of them on the channel. But as for this dude, I picked him up for £10 on Amazon, and I'm happy. I think I'm going to probably leave him in his alt mode, but overall, yeah, I'm happy. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments, and have you picked up Prime? Have you picked up Starscream? Are they any good? And I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!